Hello, this is Kernstar, and today I am going to look at analyzing some lo-fi beats. Last video I took a look at some techno, kind of EBM, electronic body music, or future pop, or um, it ultimately became techno when I was done with it. But at any rate, was looking at trying to emulate and learn from a song that I liked and that I heard. I do it all the time. I go on walks. I listen to music all the time while I'm walking, and I'm curious on how it's made, how it's different, how it's done. Obviously, so do a lot of people. Most musicians start by copying or emulating their heroes. Either your Eddie Van Halen's or Jimi Hendrix. Just for guitarists that I know, Dimebag Darrell. Um, you go and you pick a hero, you go and emulate them. Me, I like a lot of different types of music, so it's kind of harder for me to try to focus in on any one type of genre or things. And if you saw my channel, kind of all over the place. I like the sort of um, low key, low chill or lounge type stuff, producing it because that's kind of easier for me to try to reproduce without usually emulating it. But today we're gonna emulate lo-fi beats. Basically, I found a sample pack, or I got a sample pack out on the internet. I have a bunch of them. I got a whole drive full of these things. And I'm looking at this Chill-hop thing. I probably got it from the Andrew Modern Producers. They do a sample pack, $40 a month or something. I tried it a while ago and got a couple months out of it and got more samples than I know what to do with. So I got this lo-fi beat thing. Very passable. We could take out the that piano. We could probably pop in. Was it? Try this one. Try getting on the right track. Very passable stuff. There's a lot to soak in here on what makes this kind of tick and put together. A lot of it is the bass line. The beat is not bad, and that's kind of what I was trying to focus on. Truth be told, last night I was playing cards with friends, and they threw on some chill Pokemon beats that are on YouTube, and got to listening to it, and it wasn't bad. But I was kind of curious on how it was made. So rather than going and copying, emulating, and running into a copyright strike, we're using samples today. So we're gonna use these for that. And when I was looking at this originally, let me mute everything and I'll say beat itself is. I was just looking for beats, and by itself, you can't really. It's just bare. It's not the same, and it sounds like more of a traditional hip hop song type of thing, just slowed down. So basically, looking at the beat alone, it's really simple. It's got like three sounds. And as far as I know, on the research I'm doing, a lot of the chill hop and the lo-fi stuff is based upon kind of sampled beats and then sampled with like the 90s style of era to give nostalgia, or and they do the I'm never going to pronounce that correctly because never mind. Akai's. There we go. There it is. And basically, they do things like chop off the high end, and they got a couple of things on there that makes it sound the way it does. So there's a couple things we could do here. We can try to chop it up, and then reuse the beats and try to make a beat of our own. We can sit there and analyze the beat and analyze the things, going in here and looking at it, and that's basically what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna look at the rest of this stuff. Um, so focusing more on the beat here. And Bitwig, I'm gonna focus on this one, is that we can slice. not into place, but let's slice to a drum machine to do initially. And we want to do probably every eighth note to see how that goes. Really easy. We just click OK. It does a little thing. It gives us a little MIDI here. We go down here to our drum machine, and let's listen to the nothing there, clap there. There's the hat. So there's a lot of space in this. So it wasn't really efficient. And if you actually, let me see, I think you can click on here. You can see how it kind of spliced it up. So there's the thing, and so you can see where these took all of its sounds from. It relatively did a decent job. But you know, let's solo this. All the way up until that piano, you kind of actually get that sound. So I think that piano is partial to the vibe that you get from this thing. But overall, you could probably condense this, and this is what I wound up doing. You can condense all of this stuff down into this created like two pads or two of these instruments, by the way, of all these, and most of them is just kind of noise in between. So you could probably condense it down to three and get your three basic kick, your clap, and your hat. Move our hat down to here. And you can get rid of the rest of the pads. And then that's only half the battle, because the real problem is trying to figure out this beat. So what we can do is we can go in this drum machine, and we could probably play every one of these. Now this one is cheating because basically I moved it to there, but it realistically is all the way up here. So there we go. All right, so we can go and find all the ones that are not doing anything, like that one. Remove it. That one's nothing. That one's gone. That one's gone. Whoops. Sounded like it was something. That one's gone. Where does that keep on? And we're kind of developing the pattern here. And realistically, what you can do is you can kind of see the pattern. We got the drum beat on the one, and then the clap on the other beat, and then the right in between, right a little bit over there is another beat. So right before the next bar, and then another clap on the bar. So we got so if you flatten them, you get your pattern is what I'm trying to get at, and then with that you could sit there and develop your um, pattern of how it's going to be. So realistically, can move down here. So anyway, now we got our pattern kind of laid down. You can actually start morphing, changing the sounds, moving around the thing, but overall, you got something that you can save to a clip and have it for later, obviously. Um, well, going through here and cleaning up the rest of these things and doing the same thing. But it's usually the whole thing is like catered around three samples. So we know that basically the kick, the clap, and yeah, the kick, the clap, and the hat, right? Kind of basic of most of it, but it's again. Uh, Again, it's pretty simple, and then now we got a pattern, which could actually prove interesting. Um, Changing around what these stand for and changing the samples that are contained, and we could probably use this in other things, not just lo-fi or chill. But let's keep it going. All right, because we're trying to do this right. So now we got the drum going on. Now we're gonna look at the bass. Now the bass we can do the other types of thing of what I was trying to do is not doing that. Kind of getting in, going in and looking at the type of bass and where it is and the notes it's going on and how long it goes. So if you look at this as an entire bar here, it looks like it starts off and then it goes mid bar and then plays to roughly a little bit after the bar. So two kind of notes on something like sounds like a double bass maybe. You could probably emulate with the double bass. So let me crank in my double bass here. I have one. I love using it every now and then. Now I'm gonna get the notes wrong, but we're gonna try. We got the upright. Not quite. it may be tinged with maybe a 808 type of sine wave or something, because might use the sine waves, but whoops, but um, let's just try to replace it and see what we get. Um, so basically it's gonna be. So we're looking at like do and maybe a little bit lower. Let's try with D. Wow, that was really too good because. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We can crank up the volume. We can put either like a gain tool or something. We can dirty it up a bit. We can probably trash it. It basically use distortion and convolution and stuff like that. Give it a stuff. And so the one of the tricks that I learned on another video is if I can drive it up, make it really dirty, but I don't want to actually make it louder. I want to compensate with the gain and crank it down to what I drive it. All right, let's crank down the. All right, so there's a couple more down here, and we can kind of line it up to how they're playing down here. So this one looks to be about here. All right, let's move this one about. So far, kind of getting something. It's probably not the same. Oh, okay. I know what I did wrong on that one. This one's a multi-note hit. So they walk the notes, right? Doot, 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 and then probably. All right, one more. Yeah. We're getting it. It's probably a bit off, but we're emulating and we're probably covering at this point, so it's probably fine. We're not looking for pure. I'm not looking for pure perfection. I'm just learning what they're doing. Trying to learn sort of the style, the patterns and whatnot. And then from there we can be more innovative and change the sounds, change the other stuff, and try to do something a little bit different, or just try to cover it and go more for the sounds. but I like that so far. Okay, so let's move on. Now last is going to be the piano. Okay, so the piano, same difference here. You saw the two steps. We can either chop it, we can grab the samples from it, or we can grab something. I so happen to have a contact instrument called Pripyat Piano. Pripyat. Me and my pronunciations. Um, Basically, it's a piano that they restored from the nuclear reactor Chernobyl. So Chernobyl blew or over the reactor went critical and they evacuated it, obviously, back in history. And so they left these pianos and stuff like that got radiated, and so basically they sampled those suckers. Um, and they produce some really cool types of sounds, especially with a lot of eerie and chilling. That's all I'm gonna do. So with that, we're gonna move this up here so we can get it closer to the actual pianos, because this is gonna be kind of a chore to try to emulate. So I'm gonna try to only emulate the first couple of bars here. So it looks like so something in the C5 range. Wow, that's actually really good. So the melody is just basically the two keys going d d d d d low key and back on the same pattern. And it's actually almost harmonically matching. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but it sounds within the register. So if we mute that. We kind of got our piano. We can introduce more distortion, reverb, um, stuff to kind of muddy it up, or to try to put it. You can trash it up a bit, um, and to get it to sound even worse. They got the presets. There's tons of them to trash the sound. Yeah, that's bad. Should have threw an limiter. All right, that's really bad. I need to go probably a bit more subtle. Get out of heavy. overall, not bad. So over, as you can see, you can sit there and start to kind of emulate and copy, and learn the kind of the song and how they're doing it. So you can see that their use of the melody is kind of a lot of notes in this lane. A lot of the same notes. There's only what, like 3 notes in the whole thing for this 4 bars of melody. The bass is even simpler. It's only a couple of notes to kind of emulate the bass. Um, and then this one is kind of walks up the thing. Still kind of only 3 notes. So kind of cool. The drums is basically 3 samples. You got your kick, your thing. The pattern's kind of simple. It's almost 4 on the floor, except for there's a little anticipation over here. Um, with the beat, and then instead of the normal 4 on the floor would have been a beat. Was it like beat right here, and a beat right here? So basically, a little bit of missing the beat, or a beat here, depending on how you want to do it. Um, Solo the drum machine. So there's a way little lag. Also, you can do stuff to kind of introduce swing, to do it off beat, to introduce even more of a dynamics. What I was trying to do, or what I was doing before, was using Reason. They have their drum thing, and it has, I can introduce on a per track level of groove. Um, that allowed me to put in a little bit of groove, or the delay in there. You could probably use Humanize. Not on this one, on the drum machine. Come on, get it over there. And try to throw off the timing a bit, throw off the velocity, make it so that it's a different velocity each time, and then put in something that kind of alters the thing to on the velocity hits. Try to do something different, and then use the, like, a modulation, to every time the velocity changes, kind of open up maybe the filter a little bit, or filter it, and then open up the filter on changes of velocity and stuff like that. You probably could do. There's like kind of a whole bunch of ideas you can go from here, to try to further enhance or do it. But I keep on. I need to focus. We're trying to learn. But either way, I'm going to end it here. I think it's probably been a while. So I hope you liked the video. I know I did. I learned actually a little bit. I'm probably gonna save that pattern to my database, of mids, and probably next video I'm gonna probably show off remidi, to go back through and see it, back, so I can try it with other things. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I will catch you later.